So my name is Andrew Mothe Gitao. Okay, it's very important to just remember that.
Yes.
And I'll tell you the connection. So in 2006, I actually did my wedding. And because we were relocating from Kenya, my company had just asked me to move. The company I used to work for then, Colgate-Palmolive,
yes,
had asked me to move to New York. We asked that the guests, if they want to give us a present, they do it in an envelope form. You know the envelope, rather than physical goods.
Then I like physical, because you're not going to be here.
Yeah,
anymore.
we were not going to be here. So we put that money together with my newly wedded wife, and we said, let's buy a plot so that we can remember this union as a memory, or to commemorate this union of ours.
Yes.
So we gave it to a friend of ours who was in the real estate business, and that was 2006. Today we're in 2022. We've never seen the money, we've never seen the plot, we've never seen a title. So it was quite a painful experience.
No, hold on. You also, how did you give your friend this property?
No, not property. The money that we collected from the wedding.
All right.
So we gave it to a friend who was in the real estate business.
To get you property.
Yeah, so we won this. They were selling in a particular area.
Yes.
Said we won this plot. We did the sales agreement. We signed.
Yes.
We paid. Off we went. We came back. You're not a good guy. You're laughing. Simba. That's not funny.
Well, you should have not told him that you're leaving.
No, but we were.
And he knew, isn't it?
He was at the wedding. So anyway, so those are some of the challenges when you talk about land. So we didn't get the land. We gave out the money.
Wait, how long did you realize that you didn't have the land? After how long?
After a while. Like you keep asking and stories.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when I was in New York, I kept thinking, if now that happened to me in Kenya, now I'm here. If I send money to anyone, for sure,
it's going to be the same
it's going to be the same story. So it used to pain me that you can have a bit of saving and you're not able to get what you want. Because for me, land was an asset that I really wanted to always have.
Yes.
So I started dreaming of one day starting a company that will really sell land, and genuine land, and will offer people titles. In fact, I used to ask myself, what is this big deal about titles? What is this? Why is it that, there's even a song about a title in Kikuyu.
I know.
And how long it takes, And I used to ask myself, what is this problem about titles? What is a big deal? Why don't people get titles? And I said, one day I will start a business and I will solve that problem. So anyway, so fast forward to 2011, I decide now to resign from my company, from Colgate. I'd moved to South Africa, worked there for a couple of years, and then decided now I want to go into business. And I started a different kind of business. I started selling cars, which is a business that I had known from my family, but it didn't do well. And then I accidentally got into land, actually. Accidentally. Somebody told me, there's some land bills sold in Nanyuki, come and buy. So I went, I loved the place. I told the guy, I want to bring some people to buy, my friends, so that we could create a gated community. And he says, okay, for every piece you sell, I'll give you some commission. Oh, okay. Sent emails to my friends, sold 25 acres from emails. I was in shock. I said, oh, okay. Meanwhile, I'm trying to look for something to do because the car business is not going too well.
Yes.
So I realized, just sending email could make me sell land. How easy is this business? So I told the guy, look, I want to start this business. He says, you're more than welcome. So that's how I got into the land business.
Yes.
And then immediately, so I bought my first piece under my name, and immediately I bought it. The dream that I had when I was in New York came back to me. And I remembered, oh my, I used to have this dream of one day giving people titles. So I started thinking, what are the things I'm going to do as AMG or as myself to make sure that I deliver to people? So the business, AMG, started from a problem. okay, a problem that I faced personally, which was losing money trying to buy some land.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people have lost money trying to buy land. Anybody you talk to, I mean, out of 10 people, maybe 5 have lost money trying to buy land.
Which is true, by the way.
So, or don't have titles. You could be living in a piece of land that you believe is yours, but you don't have a title.
Still trying to chase a title.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So anyway, so all those things started coming back to me. This was a dream. Okay, now, so I started doing research about land and what is it that people actually, what happens in land so that you buy land and for 10 years you don't get a title. Now, out of my research, I decided there are things I'm going to do at AMG to make sure that those things don't happen to people who buy from us. So AMG is a real estate company. We are in the land business. We are in the buying and selling of land. Very important because we don't broker, we don't do agency, we don't do joint ventures.
Yes.
We buy.
It is your land that you are selling.
Exactly.
Yes.
We make sure the land is ours.
Yes.
We transfer the title into our name, and only then do we subdivide and then start selling.
I say that.
Why do we do that? Because we realized part of the problem is that a lot of people who sell land don't sell their land. They sell land that they're in the process of buying or have not even bought or, are hoping to buy. So, Simba, if you're selling 10 acres, me as a land seller, I'll come to you and I'll tell you, look, I can offer you this amount of money, let's say 20 million. Say, fair enough. So I tell you, okay, but I don't have 20 million. I have 2 million deposit, which is 10%.
Yes.
I'll pay the rest as I sell. Because you've been trying to sell this land for maybe for 1 year, you'll accept my offer.
You say yes.
So I'll give you the 2 million. I will then subdivide the land. Remember, Simba, you still own the land. The land is still under your name because I have not completed paying for the land.
Yeah.
So I will be selling land which I don't own. This land still belongs to Simba. I have some stake in it, but it's not mine.
It's not my land.
So imagine now the first person who comes to buy from me today and pays me 100% of the amount, cash upfront. Now, he wants his title. Can I give him his title?
No.
No. Why? Because the land still belongs to Simba.
I've not owned the land.
Exactly. So that person has to wait until I am able to finish paying you. So maybe I need 100 customers to be able to have enough money to complete my 18 million balance. Okay? And maybe I have 200 plots out of the 10 acres.
Yes.
For example, it's just an example. So maybe I will say, as Andrew, the first 100 customers, instead of giving you that money, I will go and buy from another Simba and another Simba. I'll put 2 million and 2 million and 2 million. And then one day I'll wake up, I will owe you 18 million and I owe another one 20 million and another one 50 million. Yeah. So that happens a lot in the land selling business.
Within the business,
land industry. So that's why you see companies come, all this hype, they are huge, they are screaming everywhere, they are on TV, they are what? Because every money I'm getting, instead of paying Simba, I am putting it in television, I'm expanding the sales team, because I think, I will still pay him. And then one day I will wake up and I realize I owe all the Simbas who have sold me land, I owe them $500 million, 1 billion. That's how companies collapse.
And I don't get that money.
Yes.
Then I'll come back
I've put it in operation, I've put it in advertising, I've put it in growing the business. So I keep looking big and everybody just jumps and buys from me. And then I decide it's easier for me to close a business rather than pay all these people.
Yes.
And file for bankruptcy and all those things. So the challenge we have in the business is that a lot of land sellers, and not all of them, are not patient enough to grow their capital base. So for us at AMG, what we started doing is we first pay you the 20 million. And if it's the only money we have, that's the only money we have. And then Simba transfers that land from Simba to AMG Realtors.
That's how it is now.
And then we subdivide the land. So any land that you come to buy from AMG is actually owned by AMG. You can ask for a title.
Yes.
I will send you the title.
Yes.
The title is written AMG Realtors Limited.
Yes.
That makes a huge difference. So if I own the land and if you buy from me, now assume you have come to buy from me as a customer. If you buy an acre or you buy a plot and you finish paying, I don't have to wait for anything. I can take your document and I can process your title for you because you're finished paying and it is your plot, right? So you don't have to wait for me to finish or to pay the Simba so that I can process the title.
If I come back to you and tell you that I'm
now, you can imagine if in the earlier scenario that I just said to you, imagine we're in the process of buying land from you and you happen to pass away, for example. What happens?
I lose it.
No, I mean, it starts now, we have to manage the estate, your estate, right? That means more time, right? So the title that should have taken maybe 6 months will now take another 1 year or 2 years. So those are some of the challenges. So the first thing I did as AMG is I put my name on the line. That's why I told you my name is Andrew Mothe Gitau. The company is AMG.
Andrew Mothe Gitau.
Exactly.
I say that now.
Those are my initials.
Yes.
Why? Because I said it's very easy to open a company and call it XYZ, do all the damage, close it, start WXY, then close it, and that happens. By the way, in our industry, it has happened. If you do research, you will see that. So I said, I'm putting my name on the line. I'm going to call my company my name so that if I spoil, it's my name I'm spoiling. And you know what happens. Today, if you lose your reputation, you know what happens.
As everybody knows.
You're finished.
You know?
So I said, we put our name on the line. I put my personal name on the line. So I called it AMG Realtors. The second thing is we only sell land that we own.
That's it.
The third thing we do is every land we sell has a title. So we don't do certificates. We don't do nothing. We have to give you a sales agreement, a receipt, and a title. Okay?
That's it.
The fourth thing that we do is that when you see a price of a piece of land, is all inclusive. That is also another pain point for people buying land. So you come to me, how much is this plot? £1,000,000 shillings. Okay, we negotiate. Okay, I'll give you at 950. Okay, for example. Now you pay me 950 cash, pap. So and then I call you and then I say, thank you very much. I've received the money. Now I need the surveyor's fee. Send me 100,000. What? You never mentioned that. Okay, now I need the title processing fee.
Where?
Send me 200,000.
Where?
Now I need a lawyer's fee, 50,000.
Where?
So the land that you're buying for 950 and you had only 950
it's
ends up being 1.3, 1.4. So another huge challenge in buying land. So because we wanted to bring integrity into the industry, we wanted to be a platform of integrity. We wanted to be the light in the industry.
Yes.
And we said, because the need is there, everybody wants to buy a plot.
Yes.
Everybody. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but everybody is looking to buy a piece of land.
Pretty much.
I mean, why can't everybody wants to buy a piece of Kenya? Kenya is such a beautiful country.
So why can't you make it legit
exactly.
business? Clear.
So we wanted to make it just a business driven by integrity, and that's what we've been doing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me just for the sake of time.
Yes.
I can't believe that we only have 10 minutes. Wow. Imagine. Of the 30 minutes, but let's get into it.
Okay.
Let me just get directly with the questions that are already coming in.
Yeah.
I smiled when we started this interview. There's a guy called Geoffrey.
Okay.
When he heard that you're coming to the studio, he said, ask him this question.
Okay.
Now listen, Geoffrey saying, I see around companies selling 50 by 100 plots.
Yes.
And that is essentially within the city or outside the city.
Yes.
As a young investor who wants to invest with him, where can I start and why?
Very good. Very, very good question. Where can I start and why? Number one, in land or even in housing, do not buy where you want to settle if you're starting.
Hold on. Do not buy where you want to settle if you're starting.
Yes. Buy where you can afford. Very big difference, okay?
It's a big difference.
Why? Because where do you want to live, Simba, today?
I want to live.
What's your dream area?
You know, Lavington, right here.
Very good. How much is a piece of land here?
Woo.
Woo. How much is a house in Lavington? 60 million, right?
It is.
Can you afford? Very good. But if I told you, you can buy a piece of land in Malindi for 100,000.
Yes.
Would that interest you?
Definitely.
Would you afford that?
Definitely. I want to jump into that.
Now, listen to what happens. So, let's say we have two Simbas. Simba A comes and buys Malindi at 100,000. Simba B, and that is you, says, I'll wait until I can afford Lavington because that's my dream home.
That's my area.
So Simba B continues to spend money and not save because he's waiting for the day his salary will be able to afford him Lavington.
Yeah.
Simba A, meanwhile, buys Malindi 100,000. The next 2 months buys Nanyuki for 399 or 300,000. After 2 years buys Nakuru for 500,000. Okay? In 5 years or 6 years, all those pieces of land have more than doubled. So the one he bought at 100 is now 500,000. The one he bought at 500 is now 2 million.
Yes.
The one he bought at 300 is now 1.5 million,
yes,
for example. So he could start selling those pieces of land. Guess what? In 5 years, he is now worth, from probably 1 million shillings spread over 5 years,
yes,
he's now worth 10 million shillings. Okay? So he would now be he could very easily now go and pay a deposit for a house. He could even buy an apartment, yeah, for cash. There are apartments that cost less than 10 million shillings,
yes,
right?
Yes.
That apartment in another 6-7 years is 18 million. Let me give you an example. I bought a house in South Bay for 5.2 million. Mortgage. It was actually 6.5.
Yes.
I paid a deposit and I was paying a mortgage of 5.2 million. I sold that house, and that was 2007. I sold that house in 2019 for 19 million. Okay? It's just an example. I'm not saying this to brag or to show, you know what I mean?
And you started
so
like that, yeah.
With my 19 million, I could go and pay for a deposit for a plot in Runda.
Definitely.
Runda is 40 million. It's half of the money. You already have it.
You're
So
already in it.
the bank can loan me the other half. That is how to do investment. Start with what you can afford. The most important thing is to look at different areas and say, and ask the question, why will this area appreciate over time?
Pretty much.
Because you don't want to buy a plot that will appreciate very slowly.
Yes.
So if you come to me and you ask me, why Malindi? I will tell you, we are next to a solar farm, the biggest solar farm in East Africa. It's expanding. It's already an ongoing solar farm.
Yes.
It's another 7.5 billion in investment is coming in there. So the land next, which is the land that we own, or opposite that Malindi solar farm, is land that we own. That place is obviously going to appreciate. This is not a proposed project. This is a project that is live.
Yes.
Okay. So if you take me to Nanyuki, you must ask the question, why Nanyuki? And then I'll tell you, Mount Kenya. Will it ever move? No. The tourist destination, there are so many conservancies there. You see all the big five.
Yes.
The Batuk, the British Army Training Unit, which drives that economy of Nanyuki. So you must ask yourself, why will this place appreciate? Where we are on the Nanyuki-Rumburuti Road. It's going to be tarmacked. Already 3 billion has been allocated. So obviously, you know, a road being tarmacked means the land immediately appreciates.
Yes.
So those are the things you look at. That's what you look at. Why this place? Why? And you ask that question to
pretty much.
Yes.
We have 5 minutes. Hopefully we go through the next 4 questions. So take a minute to respond to all of them.
Okay.
This is one that is coming from Grace, by the way. Again, I took them down, and this was the poster that we floated yesterday. So they're saying, where are you, and how long should I hold to a piece of land before reselling it?
Very good. Very good question. We are based on Thika Road,
yes,
Exit 7. We have our own building. It's called AMG Center. And we did that, obviously, to give reassurance to clients that we are going nowhere. We are here to stay. We are next to Roasters. We share a fence with Roasters. Exit 7, opposite Garden City. How long should you hold? As long as you want. And as long as you want to hold, because every time you hold, the appreciation is going up. So it depends on your need.
Yes.
If you buy a plot for 500,000 and maybe you want to exit at 1.5, you just keep asking, what is the price now? What is the price now? And you exit. So it depends on how long. But more long-term, more benefit.
More better.
Yes.
Good. Another question.
Yes.
I want to buy on a plan as a young investor
Yes.
who's just started on a job, earning 80,000 per month.
Okay.
Can I own a property with you?
Yes, you can. We have actually property for the youth alone. We did a research and realized the youth in Kenya spend 1,000 shillings a day on what? Do you know? Guess. Betting. 1,000 shillings a day per youth.
Yes.
Betting. 700 shillings to it's a lot of money.
Yes.
So we designed products for the youth. If you are between 18 and 30, please contact us. We'll be able to give you land discounted just for you, highly discounted. Land that we sell at 150,000, we'll give you at 120,000. We will allow you to pay slowly so that 1,000 in 120 days, you can own your own piece of land with a title, land that is going to appreciate.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty much. Last question then.
Yes.
This is my brother, by the way.
Okay.
We've been wanting to buy land.
Okay.
What's
What's his
this is
name?
from Job Kiage. He's my brother.
Oh, I thought you would be called like Chewy,
No.
not Simba. Okay, go ahead.
Or cheetah. Anyway, here's the thing. He's asking, if indeed I want to start investing today,
Yes.
should I learn the areas that are important, that have got promise to grow, the towns in the country,
Yeah.
or should I completely leave that to you and trust that you've done your research and you know the properties you're selling are going to rebound?
Trust us. Why? Why should you trust us? Because we have put the money in it.
Yes.
I'm a businessman. I cannot put money where I'm going to lose money. So by the time I'm going to buy a piece of land, I have done enough research through our R&D department to make sure that that piece of land is in an area that is growing.
Yes.
Because if I don't, then it means I'll buy the land and I cannot sell it.
Yes.
So, it's just like a lot of companies will follow the leader. They will take what is the leader doing and just do what they're doing because they trust that they have a serious research and development department that goes around looking at whatever business they are in.
Yes.
So for us, our R&D looks at which are the areas that are more likely to grow. Because imagine if I sell you land today for $1 million and in 2 years it's worth 3 million. Guess what? You're going to come and buy more land from me. So with our 10-year experience in the business, by the way, AMG is 10 years old.
Yes.
We have identified which are the areas that keep growing. And those are the areas we keep investing in. So if you come to me, I'm able to tell you, this place is going to appreciate, this place don't even buy, this place, that kind of information we have.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Oof. Guess what? We just scratched the surface. Now, I said this was supposed to be 1 hour. You can see exactly why it was, it looked like that. But any other question that you may have, guess what? You've been blaming me, by the way, that I don't ask all the questions. Today, I've sampled all of them. I've put them to him. Now you do know. Especially those youth who've been wanting to invest. It's your chance. He's saying there is actually a discounted product for you. Those guys who've been asking about those payment plans, he's saying they're already there. Go in, agree on a payment plan, and start owning property. Now, this is what he said. You never go wrong with land. That's him. And he said he's putting his mouth where his money is. No wonder his name is AGM. AMG. What am I saying? AMG. All right. Thank you very much for coming.
No, thank you, Simba.
Lovely.
You're doing a good job and keep it up.
Thank you.
I want one day to talk like you. Oh, yeah? Yeah. When I grow up.
Guess what, guys? I will see you tomorrow for another episode. This has been quite lovely. You can actually attest to that. All right, see ya. Hey, this
all of it from here, thanks to my wonderful long neck.